Hello everybody, Bryce from Peace in the Valley, and today I want to talk to you about the best-in-class tractor, which may or may not be this one. I have this tractor, and this video is in response to another video by Good Works Tractors.
I want to show you their video right here. I did clip it a little bit to save time.
We were able to lift 741 pounds. We're just using the suitcase weights we have, so it's not precise, but it's pretty darn close. All the way to full height. You can see it wiggling. It's off the ground. It's free. So that's 15 weights, 1,050 pounds that are lifted off the ground. All right, so I wanted to get creative, kind of give you another real world data point, and we don't have forks on it. We're gonna use the bucket still, but that way you can kind of know if you want to lift something off of a trailer and lower it to the ground, how much you could actually lift. Because I think you can lift more weight versus trying to lift it up off the ground. I think you can lift more weight, just enough right here to get it off of a trailer deck and then down to the ground. You know, if you want to offload something from the back of a semi, that'd be a little bit higher, but just another real world application for you versus just specs that are found online. 35 inches, but we'll call it 3 foot. We'll set our bucket to that height and see how it lifts.
This is well over a 5-inch drift in 1 minute, and I think that's actually kind of scary because it could not lift this kind of weight.
1,021 pounds that we had lifted at 36 inches off the ground. That's about as dangerous as I'm going to get with that thing. So
and it's no way to slight them. I think what they do is great work, and it's just a response to the new Summit tractor. And they put out some specifications. They did some tests on how much it could lift and compared that to the Kubota, the John Deere, maybe another one, and they showed how much more it could lift. And I was actually surprised because it doesn't lift that much compared to compared to the RK25. The RK25, I have been able to lift over 1,000 pounds out of the back of a truck. And I want to show you that video right now.
This is a shipment of paper that came in that I had to go pick up. And what you'll notice on here is that it weighs 914 pounds. So can the tractor lift it on the forks? Being that the forks stick out much further than the bucket, this is actually a much more real-world test than what you'll experience or what we saw in that other video. And surprisingly, I don't even have any extra ballast on the back of the tractor, and it still picked it up with no issue. I have it on idling as low as possible, and it pulled it right off. Now, I ended up driving around back after I set it down, driving around back and picking up the box grader to add some extra ballast because I was going to be driving down the road. But it did lift it right out with no issue. I just didn't want to hit a bump and cause the tractor to tip forward. But the RK25 or the TYM T25 was selected specifically because that it weighs a lot more and it had a higher rating. And you can tell here it actually can pick up a tremendous amount more weight. Not just pick it up, or not just hold it, but can actually pick it up more than the other tractors mentioned. Does that mean it's a better tractor? Not necessarily, but it did a good job, and I am very happy with what it can do. You can see right there, 914 pounds. I still have the package if anybody wants to see it again, but it was a brand new package right off the truck, and the RK25 had no problem lifting it up. Now, when you saw me lift it the first time, I did not have the box grader on, but because I was driving down the road, I wanted to make sure I had that extra ballast on.
That was a skid of paper, and paper, as you well know, or maybe you don't know, is very heavy. And that skid said the paper itself weighed 914 pounds, and the other tractor, the best in class of the Summit, couldn't even approach that by a couple hundred pounds. And the only reason that it was a little shaky because I ended up putting on the back of the tractor. I added some weight, just some ballast with the grader box, because I didn't want to tip over, because it can lift more even with the tires filled. They have rim guard in them, and they are and I'm glad for that, but you can tip these over. So anyhow, I just wanted to bring that up because what does best in class mean? Does it mean that, you know, they're all 5 horsepower, so they're all good? Does it mean, is it based on how much the loader can lift, or maybe how much it can hold in a 52-inch bucket? Is it because it comes with all the options, such as rear remotes, or because it may have a third function valve added? All of those are great features, and all of those are actually important. I find myself using the third function valve. I find myself not using the backhoe so much, but I do use it, but not as much as I probably thought I would. If I got it again, would I get it? Sure. And a tractor like the RK or the TYM T25 has cruise control. It has a really nice seat, really nice air cushioned seat, and I think it's a great machine. So what is best in class? Well, I don't think it's necessarily the one that can lift the most, which this one can. It was even lifting it with the pallet forks, which actually pushes the weight out in front of the tractor. So considering that the other one could only lift it at the bucket level, and it was only 700 and some pounds, that is a huge difference. So the TYM T25 RK25, even though that's a store model, is a great tractor. It really is. Does it weigh the most? I'm not sure. I really haven't gone out and weighed it. If you go by the spec sheets on any of them, you really can't trust them. Even the tractor manuals have lots of errors in them, I have found. Maybe the best one is the one that comes with a toolbox holder. Well, as you can see, some of these things I've added on. Toolbox holder is very important. Or maybe the one with the sunshade. So I figure the best in class tractor is probably the one you have. Take care, have a great day, and God bless.
So again, rim guard is part of your ballast solution, all right?
There are really good tractors out on the market, and they're not just green or orange or red or something else. Be sure to compare them. And if Courtney would like to compare the RK to the Summit, I would love to do that too. This Summit does look like a great tractor with all of its features and options that are included.